Hey everybody, I am trying to do a blog about building muscle while gaining fat, and there's the very problem why I've started this so many times. I keep tripping over my words, and I'm also finding as I watch my blogs that I am looking like a really bad Japanese sci-fi because my words aren't matching my mouth. So if that happens, I'm sorry. Here's the information. If I trip over my words, just forgive me. This is on the subject of building muscle, and gaining, and losing fat. There we go, we got it. This is something I've heard a lot about lately. A lot of people on Better Body are a little confused about it. That's my board on Facebook. There are other areas of the internet. It's been a confusing subject for a while. A while back I did a blog and I kind of touched on the subject and likened it to building a house on a piece of property that you own and that has trees growing on it, and I'm going to use that example now. If you have a piece of property and you have trees growing there and you cut them down and you build a house with it, you will have a house. You're going to build something, but it's not going to be as big a house as if you brought something or lumber in from an outside source. Well, it's sort of the same with building muscle. If you use the calories that are coming in, you're going to build some muscle, but if you eat excess calories, you will build more muscle because there's more fuel for your body to build the muscle with. This becomes a problem when you're somebody with excess fat on your body. And at this point, my feeling is you need to prioritize. And I think your heart is the most important muscle in your body. I think when you are asking it to send blood through all of those new blood vessels that are going through the fat in your body and to maintain that, you're putting a high demand on your heart and all the time, and that's not good. And your priority should be losing the fat. That's what I think. That doesn't mean I don't think you should lift weights. I think you should. But if you lift weights, you're going to build muscle anyway, because anytime the body has an increased load put on it, it responds by building muscle to meet the demand of the load the next time you ask that of it. You won't build muscle as fast because you're not getting an excess of calories, but more importantly, you are burning fat, and that muscle you are building is helping to burn the fat because it's more metabolically active. In other words, it burns calories faster than the fat tissue in your body. Will your weight loss be slowed down? A little bit, but who cares? Because your size will get smaller. Just pay attention in the mirror, take measurements. But really, we women don't gain muscle nearly as fast as we'd like to think. You know, people say, well, you just started gaining weight or lifting weights and you haven't lost any weight this week. It's muscle. Trust me, honey, you didn't gain 2 pounds of muscle. Women don't gain muscle that fast. I'd say on average, women probably could put on maybe 2 pounds of muscle a month, and maybe 3 or 4, but if they're lifting like Olympic weightlifters, but most of us don't do that. So picking up those 10-pound weights, you aren't putting on that much muscle. Relax. If you are seeing a stall on the scale, it's probably because you're eating too much. That's just the cold hard facts. Some people are, if you're eating below their metabolism, if you're doing that, that'll slow it down. That's a different blog. This is about gaining muscle or how to prioritize. So eat to lose weight. If you're on Weight Watchers or one of those programs, eat what they advise, lift your weights, and trust that when the fat comes off, the muscle will be there. If, however, you are someone who is too skinny, and I'm imagining probably most of those people aren't watching this blog, but you need to eat in excess, and this can end up being a tremendous amount of food. You already know where you're at, where your maintenance level is, because obviously you're eating it and you're not gaining any weight. You're probably going to need to eat 500 to 1,000 calories extra a day. This can be a tremendous amount of food. I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do about that. I would advise a whole lot of protein shakes. But you're going to have to eat in excess because your body is burning everything you're taking and just keeping you going. So if it's going to build anything, it has to have something extra to build it with. You got to bring lots of lumber from the lumber yard to do yours, to gain your muscle. Okay. Another question is, what do I eat? Well, you want to eat as clean a food as possible. This means very little processed food. White flour and white sugar are simple carbs that your body, they're really alien to your body. It doesn't know quite what to do with those. The cleaner foods you eat, the better quality foods you eat, the more muscle you're going to build, and you're going to build it quicker. And also, you probably will lose your size faster. Maybe not scale weight, but size. of these calories, you want to try and make about 40% of your calories both carbs and protein, and 20% fat. For most people, you're going to want to try and kind of equal the carbs and protein within each meal. For some people who are getting down closer to their goal, got like 10 or 15 calories, there's 215 pounds to lose, I'm sorry, there's a little trick you can use. It's called carb tapering. At the beginning of the day, you get more carbs and you taper off with less and less carbs with each meal until you get to dinner, where that's pretty much just vegetables, non-starchy vegetables, and protein, and then a scoop of protein powder maybe before bed. This can help you kick off the extra fat once you're getting down there closer. But anybody else, including the people who need to gain weight, a 40-40-20 split, eating equally carbs and protein for each meal, roughly, is going to be a good way to meet your goals regardless. Also, you want to drink a lot of water. Water does a lot of things. I know I harp on water, but it really is almost like the miracle food. You want you want to keep the chemicals, the artificial sweeteners and that out of your body all you can. Occasionally I'll have a Diet Coke as a treat, but you want to try and drink lots and lots of water. I'd say at least 12 cups a day. You can drink more. Everybody knows I drink a gallon or more a day. Water helps to carry nutrients to your muscles. It helps muscles heal faster, so they build. That's building when muscles are healing, and when they're all healed, they've built up quicker. And it also helps carry the bad stuff out of your muscles. Again, this aids with the whole building process. So anyway, I hope this cleared up some confusion, or at least gave you a kind of a voice of reason in the whole thing. Everybody needs to stop sweating it so much. Lift weights, especially overweight people need to do cardio, but really more time should be spent lifting weights. Eat clean foods. If you have questions about your calorie intake, you can email me or ask somebody who is knowledgeable about this kind of thing, and we'll help you. I can work up some numbers. I'll probably refer you to a blog I did that tells you how to divide that up. But I hope that this helps somebody, and I hope everybody has a great weekend. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch.